notation is saying like y equals 3x minus 4. That's a function. And for a function, whoops, a function is a rule with the condition that for every input, questions, guys? Are you not ready, Demonte? Okay, so for every input, there is exactly one output. Input. You consider those the x's, but it might not be x. There is exactly one output. This should be fairly easy. We take it slow through this. Question? Okay, what is a function? You need to write that down. For every input, that may be easier to type, I don't know. There is exactly one output. And you all have calculators on your iPads, and a calculator is a function machine. You have to go to the self-service store and get a calculator, but it's there. So when you put a number into your calculator, how many answers do you get out? No. If I do 2 times 3, I get 1. No, that's the answer to 2 times 3. How many answers do you get out? If I square root 9, what's the calculator going to tell me? 3. It's not going to give me a negative 3. We're going to discard the negatives. We're not going to do that. We're just going to do the positives. Okay, Zach? So a calculator is a function machine. Well, here's the problem with y equals 3x minus 4. If x is equal to 0, then the y value is 3 times 0 minus 4. A lot of you aren't going to want to put the parentheses in, but because of order of operations with negatives, we better put parentheses in. And so the y coordinate, if I wanted to graph that, is equal to negative 4. That's where we begin when we graph lines. That's my b value. You can put anything you want in for x. It doesn't really matter. But no matter what I put in for x, I better only get one answer. What if x is equal to 1? Then y is equal to 3 times 1 minus 4. So what's the answer going to be for that? It's going to be negative 1. That's right. Okay, Zach? So for every input, there's one output. Question? Good. Finally. Well, the problem with this, it's on the recording, what can you say? Okay. You guys, the problem with this is I have to specifically say x equals 0, y equals negative 4. So somebody made up a notation, and it's called function notation, and it's f of x. So instead of y, we're going to call that f of x. That's the rule. That's the name of this rule. Yes. You say f of x. And I know you know that of means multiply, but this is not multiplication. That's the problem. So our use of parentheses leads us to think I'm going to take f and multiply it by x. No, I'm not. But when I do f of 0, it tells me what the x coordinate is and the y coordinate. When I put 0 in here for x, I'm going to put in 0 in there for x. So f of 0 is equal to negative 4. I've got the ordered pair right there. And functions are important. Pardon? Sorry, what? I just put 0. Could I find f of 1? F of 1 is 3 times 1 minus 4. So f of 1 is equal to negative 1. It gives me the ordered pair. It gives me the x. It gives me the y. It's just a notation to let me know what the input was. That's all it is. It's just a different way of saying y. That's it. It's just the y value. Okay, So let's do some problems. And there's only a problem page. Yes. Okay, that's okay. So this should be, it should be new, but maybe it's not new to you. Have you seen f of x notation before?
I recognized it.
Not everybody will have seen it. Those of you who are ready can turn the page. Xavier, you got this down? Okay. Okay, we have two functions here. Generally, we use f. Okay, guys? We use the letters f, g, and h. I don't know. It's just what math people do. So I want to find the y value. That's what this is asking me for. That's the y when x equals 2. So this is my input, and I'm going to put that in there for my x. Why did we review order of operations? So we could evaluate functions and remember how to do that correctly. Now, honestly, you are probably going to do this, but anytime you substitute a number in for a letter, you should use parentheses. I know when I don't need to use parentheses because I'm good at this stuff. But you guys aren't as good because I have a lot of practice. So, you don't have 35 years of this. Okay, so what am I going to put in for x here? 2. The problem is if you put it in for something squared, it's not going to be so nice. Well, now we know how to do this. Order of operations says we will do what? Add the 2 and the 8 first or multiply by -3? Good. So I'm going to get what? -6 plus 8, which is 2. So f of 2 is 2. That's all there is. Now let's find, oh, it didn't ask us, but there's g. Now make sure you put it into the right function. Didn't ask me for g, did it? Is there something further down? Nope. Okay, you ready to turn the page? Have you tried it? Written this down? Okay, ready? Ooh, I now want g of -1. Where am I going to put this -1? In f or in g? In g. So I'm going to put a -1 here and here. So I'm going to get -2 parentheses, -1 plus 4 over 2. Well, that's just like what you did for homework. So we're just doing this slowly so we get this because the function notation gets to be more difficult, complicated, as you get into higher level math classes. So what's a -2 times a -1? So we have to do what's in the numerator first. That's 2 plus 4 over 2, which gives you 6 over 2, which gives you 3. Now, here's the best part. As I know that that's g of -1. I know which function it is. I know the x-coordinate, and I know the y-coordinate. And that's all there is. It is. It's just a matter of getting used to the notation, what that means. I substituted in. I put it into g, but it's -1. -1. You put in +1. Okay? Easy to make little mistakes. That's a little mistake. Ready to try another one? Okay, now it's getting a little more complicated. But I just follow the rules. Okay, Zach? Math is easy if you know the rules, Zach, and you follow the rules. I want to find f of -3. So where am I going to put the -3? I'm going to put it in this one right there, and I'm going to put it in that one right there. We're doing this in calculus. We're doing the same thing in calculus, but we're putting in x plus h. No big deal, really. So this is going to be -3 times x plus 7, plus 8. Excuse me, there's f of x. And I'm going to put in a -3 there. This is f of -3. Now, this is bookkeeping. What's still there, though? Luke, what's still there? Plus, this was this one. This is this one right here. What's still tagging along? Plus 7. Now, you just have to do it. Do the arithmetic. Question? Zach, you have a question? page. Okay, what's a negative 3 times a negative 3? 9 plus 8 plus 7. 17 plus 7 is 24. Yeah. The thing that you have to know here is I don't want just f of negative 3. I want to take that answer and add 7. I'm just following what it tells me to do. Math will always tell you what to do. Ready? If you're ready, you can move ahead. That's okay. Okay, now what does that say? It says negative 3. What operation's there? Katie? What operation's in there? It's not plus, not minus, not divided by, it's times. So it's negative 3 times g of 9. Okay, so I got to find out what g of 9 is. Where's g? Oh. I'm going to put the 9 in there. I'm going to put the 9 in there. So I'm going to get negative 2 parentheses plus 4 over 2. I like to write that out and then substitute in the 9. Could you find g of 9 and then multiply by negative 3? I suppose. I'd like to see you do it this way because things can get very complicated. Is that okay? Okay. Well, I'm using it. Where's the negative 3? It's right here. I'm going to take negative 3 times the answer for g of 9. So I'm going to triple it and make it negative. So I got to find g of 9. This is, I'll color it. This is g of 9. That's this one. Zach, do you need to move? Do you need to move? Okay, let's do this. Cole, what's that? Cole, what's this answer? Colin. Well, I'm still early on this. No, I want this answer. This is negative 18 plus 4. He's just ahead of me, that's all. Now what did you get? Colin, what is this? Okay. What's that going to give you? Chris, what's that going to give you? Chris? Negative 7, so the answer is 21. Positive 21. Guys, it's still early. I have 100 names to know, plus all the 100 names I know every year for 35 years. So here's is easy. Okay. Max. You got to put 2 Maxes here. Well, you don't call by that. Oh, okay. Why don't you try that one? Okay, here's the plan. Negative 5. I know your names. F of negative 1. Shh, you guys. What are you going to do for f of negative 1? Xavier, what are you going to do with that? So I'm going to put it right in there and there. So it's negative 3 times negative 1 plus 8. But is it easy to lose track of the 8, maybe? Yeah, it is. So try it. Make sure you use the right function. And these are going to be all mixed up, so you're going to have to choose the right function when you do this. Yeah, it was an accident. What's the answer? Negative 5 plus 3 plus 8.
The answer is 6.
Good. Done with these yet? One more. Oh, okay, one more. F of 10. I did this one. Nope, one. Anybody want to come up and try it? Max does. You guys try it. I'll walk around.
Oh, wait. Oh, am I?
So you find f of 10 and you find g of 3. This is why we did order of operations yesterday. Good. Now you just have to do it. What's that answer? What's the negative 3 times 10? That's correct. Negative 22. And the other one is going to be? No, you found f of 10 and g of 3. What do you have to do? Add them. What's the final answer? Yep. Good job, Max. Okay. Now get your worksheet out from yesterday and let's check our answers. I gotta find mine. Order of operations, okay, Max. Order of operations, Zach, says that we do our multiplication division. We clear all of that out before we add and subtract. So you can't do this adding or subtracting into the very last bit, Emily. So you should do it with me. What's 5 times 8? 40. Plus, what's 6 divided by 6? 1. Minus, did I copy this right? 24, right? So what's 41 take away 24? It's 17. Okay, you can't add those, you can't subtract those. Think of these as dividers, the plus or minus, because it's the last thing you do. Okay, what about number 9? That Max. What'd you get for 9? Oh, you don't have it. Zach, what'd you get for number 9? Just write the answers down. I'll probably scan it though. Number 9. 7. Number 10. Nicole, did you get number 10? 18. A number of you had problems with that. That's right. Mackenzie, did you get number 11? You got to be checking your answers. 27. What happens if you make a mistake? What do you have to do?
You got it.
Correct it.
You did wrong.
What do you make mistakes in life? You correct them.
Not all the time.
Hopefully you do. Okay, number 12. Kennedy, number 12. Huh? What?
I got 8.
Oh, we better look at number 12. Okay, Monty, what'd you get for number 12? Good. Okay, let's look at that one. We have to do what's in the numerator and the denominator before we divide. Okay, Max? Zach? Zach, what is 6 squared? 36 minus What's 3 times 4? 12. Because you have to do that multiplying and those exponents before you can subtract. So it says 12 minus what? 6. Okay, Matt? What do I get here? What's 36 minus 12?
36 minus 12.
Yeah.
That would be 24.
24 divided by?
A number.
Oh, okay, I'll have to get it for you. Which is 4. I might have missed yours. I don't know how I did, but I did. Happens. See if I have one on my card. Yeah, because I'd like you to get that done. Okay, what's the next one after that? What's number 13? 13. Does somebody want to go put 13 up on the board? Doesn't look like I have them in here. Oh, yeah, I do. There you go. You can stay here. It doesn't matter. Why don't you sit over there? How about 13?
I mean, I guess I'll go do it.
I got it.
I'll do it.
What'd you get for an answer?
Oh, okay. That's what I didn't do, but I'll go do it.
Oh, okay. Max is going to go do 13. I'm just copying it. There you go. And this might have been something you got from a function. Who knows? Do the multiplying before you subtract. Okay, DeMonte, what'd you get for this one? DeMonte, what'd you get? No. So you better pay attention. Xavier, what'd you get for this one? Yeah.
I got 12.
12. Let me see what you did. Well, that's a place to make mistakes, though. I mean, that's where I see mistakes made. What's 12 minus 9? 3. You have to go back and redo this. Okay?
9.
Minus 3 is? 9 minus 6, sorry. It's 3. Okay? That's the work I would expect to see on your paper. Hey, Chris, do I see that? Yeah, it is hard. 14 is hard, too. The answer is 3. How about, are we ready to go on? How about 14? You want to do it? Why not? I'm going to slide this up a little bit so I can write on the board here. Okay, are we ready for me to slide the board? There you go. You might have to move it a little more. You're probably taller than me. It's not hard to be taller than me. So the pluses you have to do last. So you're going to write the 3 and the plus. Yep. So leave your 3 there. 3 plus. Got to press a little bit. And then we ran into some multiplication. So Zach, what's that going to give you? No, you're going to multiply it.
I thought you had to press.
Oh, well, okay. It doesn't matter. Yep, times 9. And you might need a helper here because the arithmetic's going to get a little bit big.
Okay, now you want.
Whoa. What? Oh, you got it.
Yeah, I got it. So
3 plus
30.
times 9. Oh, did I copy it wrong? I copied it wrong. I copied it wrong. I have an extra 5 in here. Sorry. You're doing it right, but the numbers are going to be not so great. Sorry, this should be it. No, this always overrules that. Plus 6 times, that's weird. Okay, so 3 plus 6 times 9, like you said, divided by 3 minus 7. There.
Oh, that's it?
No, you got to keep going.
Well, I know, but I mean, like, that was the...
That's my, I just had an extra 5. Sorry. So it's 3.
So,
Write the 3 down. We don't want to forget the 3, so we write it down again. Plus. Yeah, what's 6 times 9? No?
54.
Yep, so it's plus 54. You might need a helper out there.
Need a helper?
Yeah.
You need a helping hand?
Oh, that's
Randy, go first.
that's 18. 54 divided by 3.
So it's still 3 plus. Yep. Minus 7.
So it's 8 plus... Or 8 plus 3, right?
Yep. Now you got it. All right. Good job. What's the answer to 15? Peter, what'd you get for 15? We're not done. We haven't finished going over. We got like some short ones left now after this. No?
I'll do it up on the board.
Max is going to do it? You're the only one who wants to? Okay. Sure. Okay, so what are we doing? 15? Oh, you were looking at the wrong one? Happens. Got to do the parentheses first. That's right. No. What's 150 divided by 30? Not 50.
130 divided by 50? Oh.
So it's 5 minus 5, so you get 0.
0.
Who's doing 16? I said Dave Monty wanted to do it first. Well, he's coming up. What's the answer to 17? I did this on the board. Positive 25. What's the answer to 18? Negative 25. Okay, 16. Yes. If you don't get the same answer, you did one of the sides wrong. And just because, is that 9 divided by 3? Just because you have a calculator doesn't mean you will get the problem right. So if you were missing this worksheet, we did a lot of these, so you should be able to give those to me today. Because I'm going to collect this, and I'm going to grade it by being right or wrong. Because it's easy.
Wait, so all the answers on the packet,
They're the same questions, yes.
but they're not the same answer?
They have to be the same answer. They're the same questions.
But they can't be.
No, or calculators do the right order of operations. They do the same as we do. Supposedly. Now, back in the day, the TI-82 did not. You have to type it in exactly as written. Okay, but I want you to show your work better. So I want you to start down here. I want to see this. No, do 36 minus 12 over 15 minus 3. So you want to keep the problem together, because if it gets complicated, which some of them did, that's a problem. $24 divided by 12 is not 12. Divide, you subtract. You subtracted 24 divided by 12 is not 12. Divide.
Oh.
What's 24 divided by 12? Peter, you want to help him? What's 24 divided by 12? 2. You subtract it, that's all. Okay, that's it.